Hi, Riley with Chronicles of Liberty. Video number 17, the natural right of defense. So in video 16, and we talked about natural rights or the theory of rights or natural rights. And I'm sorry I'm jumping all over the place, but this is important as it's now directly relating to that video in number 16 of natural rights by John Locke. Locke's theory of rights or natural rights, simply put, suggests that in a natural state, all people were equal and independent, and everyone had a natural right to defend his life, health, liberty, or possessions, property or possessions. He said possessions. So putting ourselves in the proper context of the late 1700s, we can better understand their focus on defending themselves against tyrants, and that of the Declaration of Independence basically 100 years later. As we consider in full context the Second Amendment, which came from this belief, we again have to understand why they put this amendment in the Constitution. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The first draft of the Second Amendment by James Madison said it this way: the rights of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, a well-armed and well-regulated militia being the best security of a free country. But no person religiously scrupulous of bearing arms shall be compelled to render military service in person. In context, these men wanted to ensure that a standing army could be repelled by the citizens, that any tyrannical government could be replaced, if necessary, through a revolution because the citizens were armed and equally prepared to fight. Thomas Jefferson stated, "What country can preserve its liberties if its rulers are not warned from time to time that their people preserve the spirit of resistance? Let them take arms." He also stated that a strong body makes the mind strong. As to the species of exercises, I advise the gun. And while this gives moderate exercise to the body, it gives boldness, enterprise, and independence to the mind. Games played with the ball, he said, and others of that nature are too violent for the body and stand no character on the mind. Let your gun, therefore, be your constant companion of your walks. St. George Tucker said, "This may be considered as the true palladium of our liberty. The right of self-defense is the first law of nature. In most governments, it has been the study of rulers to confine this right within the narrowest possible limits." Sound familiar today? Whenever standing armies are kept up, and when the right of the people to keep and bear arms is, under any color or pretext whatsoever, prohibited, liberty, if not already annihilated, is on the brink of destruction. Richard Henry Lee said it this way: to preserve liberty, it is essentially that the whole body of people always possess arms and be taught alike, especially when young, how to use them. Thomas Paine puts it like this: the supposed quietude of a good man allures the ruffian, while on the other hand, arms like laws discourage and keep the invader and plunderer in awe, and preserve order in the world as well as property. The same balance would be preserved were all the world destitute of arms, for all would be alike. But since some will not, others dare not lay them aside. Horrid mischief would ensue were one half of the world deprived of the use of them. Alexander Hamilton said, "The best we can hope for concerning the people at large is that they are properly armed." I'll conclude with this statement by John Adams. "Arms in the hands of the individual citizens may be used at individual discretion for the defense of the country, the overthrow of tyranny, or in private self-defense." Now, does the Second Amendment make any more sense to anybody? What these men were genuinely thinking when they put it in as an amendment? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be clearer what they meant and how they meant that the citizens should be as well armed and as well trained as any standing army. Jus meum tabor.